In today's lesson, we will study how the length function, the range function, and the looping on a list, how these three things work. To do the practical example of these three, here I will first of all create a list. I have created a list. list is equals to. I have created a list. Now first of all, we will apply that. What task will the length function do? If I will print len length of list here, it will print the length. It will print the length of the list. It has told me that how many elements are present in the list. 4 elements are present in the list. Now I want to apply a loop. I want to apply this loop on the whole length of the list. So sometimes when the length is too long, we will not be able to count the length. So to start the loop directly, we will run direct loop on that length. For it, if I have to do this for in the first class when we studied loops, we had a function of range using which if we have to print a list or anything else against a numerical value, how we can apply it on list or how we can apply for loop on any numeric value. We would apply it using the range function. What will be the output if we iterate it only on the list? It has printed each and every index of the list correctly in front of us that hello, I am Imran. Now here we do not want to print out its indices. We want in this list indices of numeric values. What are the indices? For it we have a function of range that instead of the value that is inside the list, we have to look at the indices of those values. Here we will apply a function on it, length. We need its length, so we will apply the length function on it and run it. So it has told me that the indices I have in an array are 0, 1, 2, and 3. Now on one list we have run a loop. We have implemented a range function on it and implemented the length function also. If we only pass list here and run it, now it has still printed the values in the list and not their indices. The difference between length function and range function is that the length function gives the full length of the list, while range, if we want to print for loop as an integer value, we use range for it. If we want to display all the indices of a list, we use the range function. And we just did its looping, that how we can run a loop on a list. Till here was the length function, range function, and looping of a list.